It had been a trying-on kind of day. Katie discovered that when ballet slippers are too small, they really squish your toes. Orbie learned that pink stretchy tights look a lot like legs. And they both found out that the tutu looked really silly on Orbie's head. Katie was going to her first dance class. The dance class had special clothes that you had to wear. On her feet, she wore black ballet slippers. On her legs, she wore pink tights. On her body, she wore a black leotard, which Orbie thought sounded like a leopard. But it wasn't. And around her waist, she wore a tutu. The tutu was a frilly skirt that stuck straight out. Orbie did think it was a hat, but he really liked how it looked when Katie put it on properly. Dad and Mom thought she looked great. When Mom was a little girl, she went to dance class too. And Dad imagined that Katie looked a lot like Mom did. When they got into the car, Orbie talked about how he would watch Katie and clap for her when she did her dance. Katie smiled weakly. She was feeling a bit nervous. Mom noticed and asked her what was wrong. Katie explained, "I don't know what the dance is." Mom said that it wasn't important to know the dance before she went. The word class meant that she was going to learn. And even though the dance class had been running for a few weeks already, everybody was still learning. Katie did feel a bit better. As they walked up the stairs to the classroom, Katie held Mom's hand tightly. She didn't know anybody there. Mom told her that she would make friends. Katie hoped so. In the class, Mom introduced Katie to Madame Lesage. She was the teacher. Madame Lesage took Katie's hand and introduced her to all the other students. Orbie knew that they would all like Katie, and he felt very proud of her. Orbie and Mom sat on the chairs at the back of the room, and Madame Lesage gave Katie a place in the circle. Suddenly, a piano started to play, and Katie looked to see where it was. There was a young boy about Tom's age who played the notes beautifully. Madame Lesage clapped her hands. Everybody in the class turned and looked at her. She told them to warm up. They were going to make a little flower on the floor. She helped each of the students to sit the right way, and then she sat down too. She raised her arms up over her head and slowly put them in the middle of the circle. All the little girls did the same thing. Orbie burbled to Mom, "This is very exciting." Mom nodded and put her arm around him. When they stretched back and opened their arms, Katie couldn't see where the flower was. But Mom and Orbie could see a beautiful flower made of little girls. It opened and closed. Katie was one of the petals. Orbie clapped, and Madame Lesage thanked him. Soon they were standing at the bar doing pliés. Katie was having a little bit of trouble because whenever she went up, the rest of the class went down. Katie was worried that she wasn't doing it right. But Mom smiled, a very proud, mommy smile, and Katie felt better. Madame Lesage came over and explained that if Katie listened to the music, it would tell her when to go up and down. Katie did try, and she was a little bit better, but the music wasn't being too clear. Next, they did leaps across the room. Each child did their favorite jump, and Katie didn't know what to do. Madame Lesage told her to jump like a deer, and she did her best. It wasn't as good as the others. Katie was thinking that maybe dancing wasn't for her. Not because she wasn't having fun, but because she wasn't even nearly as good as the other girls. The next move they were learning was the pirouette. Now, pirouettes are very tricky. You have to walk across the room spinning and stay in a straight line and end up at the other side. Some of the students were very good at it. When Katie had her turn, she went spinning right around the room and ended up almost sitting on the piano player. One of the girls laughed because she did look funny. Katie felt badly and felt like giving up dancing for the rest of her life. Mom looked a little worried. She could tell that Katie was trying hard and was not always successful with the dance movements. Orbie simply beamed. He was so proud of Katie. The girl who laughed at Katie told her that on her first day she did exactly the same thing. She thought she'd never be able to dance, and Katie was surprised at this because the girl was a very good dancer. Just then, Madame Lesage told Katie what a fine job she was doing. Katie told her she was sorry she was making so many mistakes. Madame Lesage smiled at her, and then she got down on her knee. "Give me a little more time, Katie. I can't teach you everything in one class." Katie looked at her. She wasn't sure of what she meant. Madame Lesage added that most people on their first day ever of dance couldn't do half of the things Katie was doing right now. She was pretty sure she had a good dancer in Katie. Katie thought to herself. She looked at Mom and Orbie, who were simply beaming. Then Katie realized that what Madame Lesage was saying was that Katie would be a good dancer one day. Katie was so happy she jumped up and did a pirouette. It was practically perfect. Everybody clapped, even the piano player. Katie worked hard through the rest of the class. She tried to copy what each person was doing, and sometimes she did it right. And sometimes she did it wrong. At home, Orbie told her she was amazing. Katie knew he was proud of her, and that in truth she wasn't amazing. Yet. But one day, she just might be. And do you know that if you try something new that you've never done before, you don't have to be good at it the first time. But if you like it and you keep learning about it and practicing, one day you can be amazing too.
Did you know? No. Did you know? Did you know?
Cats are talented animals. They can see in the dark and measure spaces with their whiskers. They can even find their way home. Cats love to climb trees, but sometimes need help to get down again.